from co-writing the Off-Broadway show Lights Out, Nat King Cole, to a ton of upcoming projects. Y'all okay over there?
Go on here.
I don't know. Something happened that people were laughing, and I thought, ooh, maybe I sat on my shirt wrong. I don't know, maybe my butt's out, but apparently not. But, you know, this man has created a ton of upcoming projects on the big and small screen. Colman Domingo is captivating audiences, and in the Netflix comedy series, The Fourth Season, he shows he knows how to make an entrance. Take a look.
Ciao! Ciao, Bella. Yes, thank you. I'm so sorry, guys. I wanted to water the plants, couldn't find the thing, and then the dishwasher. Anyway.
Hey, hi, Claude.
Take me in. Really try to see that I'm worth waiting for.
Yes, stunning. 10s across the board. Now get in the car!
Ladies and gentlemen, Colman Domingo!
Was that worth waiting for, Joy?
Now, before we go on to talk about everything else, let's talk about last month's Met Gala.
Ooh.
Because in addition to being co-chair,
Look at that.
you were
So good.
beyond super fun. You had not just one, but two incredible looks,
wow.
paying homage to Black dandyism. So how was the night for you?
I love that.
It was, and you were there, you know, it was an extraordinary night. It feels like you're inside of living art. You really are part of an installation. And especially this topic, I mean, who celebrates the Black dandy? That was beautiful. I mean, I feel like we do. And I feel like, you know, I knew, I mean, which is why I'm wearing this cape. I feel like I wanted to represent many people who've been there before me, like Andre Leon Talley. Absolutely. I felt like, I mean, it's dedicated to him, but also my mother's favorite color was blue. As well, and I feel like I just wanted to feel royal. And then underneath it, I wanted to kick it off back to the 1940s zoot suit riots. You know what I mean? Oh, that's my mom. My mother was always in blue. She loved blue, so I was like, I want a shade of blue that's really rich and like the ocean. And yeah, that was mom. Yeah, mom's always everywhere.
It was,
And I'm wearing blue today.
it was just exquisite to watch. And you also became a Vogue cover star, is my understanding. Do we have a picture of that? No? Okay.
They do. Look at that.
There we go. So it was hard to believe that that was only your second time attending the Met Gala. It was
So
only your
apparently
second
I
time.
did all right the first time.
Apparently you did.
I didn't break anything.
And we did hear, though, that you sent Anna Wintour a sneak peek of your looks.
I did, because Anna suddenly, we become friends and we text, which is still kind of wild to me. So she sends me a text and says, how's the Met Gala look? And I thought, oh, she wants to see the look. And so I was like, okay, let me just do it. I'm gonna send her the look, the sketches, and I sent them off. And I didn't get a response.
Oh, no.
So all day, I didn't get a response. And so I went to bed, and I laid in bed. I'm like, I'm not gonna go to sleep until I get a response. And suddenly, I think I'm laying there like a weirdo. And then suddenly I hear, ding! I'm like, oh! I grab the phone, and it's Anna Wintour, and she says, work of art.
Oh.
And I slept easy.
High praise.
Right? That's high praise.
High priestess.
Exactly. I slept well.
We also hear that you hosted your own theme party for the occasion.
I sure did, because, you know, there's a colloquialism. Well, first of all, there was a Twitter thing going around saying that there's 3 things that Colman Domingo will definitely do. or 3 things that you know that will ever happen to you in your life. Taxes, death, and Colman Domingo putting that bleep on. So I decided to call this party, I'm like, it's called Put That on.
Yes.
And so people were like, well, what do I wear? I'm like, well, it's in the title. I want
Fill
you
in
to
the
put
blank.
that
You put the
on.
bleep.
I put that bleep on.
Yeah.
And so people came and they turned it out. I had everyone from the theater community and the fashion world. And, you know, it was great. It was great. All my old friends, my hometown friends, everybody came to this party just to celebrate this moment of Black dandyism.
It was magnificent. It was a magnificent night, and you were. There's no. There,
Well,
You gotta, I know that's good
yeah,
stuff.
that.
so you're having the time of your life, aren't you?
You know what? I really am. You know, listen, I know it's, I mean, Whoopi and I, we've known each other for such a long time. You know this road. And when I tell you, I know for sure that I'm in the moment and I'm sipping the champagne and I'm dancing the dance.
Enjoy
and having
it.
And you're putting that on.
And I'm putting that on, right? Because I believe that, especially right now, with so much going on in the world, I feel like part of our revolution is also to like show up, show out,
right.
inspire each other, and we got to have more love too. We got to, and people are doing their work out there in the streets, but we also need people at home to hug and make the food and throw the dance parties. Okay.
So, so now you're doing a comedy,
I am.
The Four Seasons,
I
which
know.
the
Oh,
original.
you're so good.
The original
It's so
movie was I don't drop a name. One of my very close friends is Alan Alda. I never
Drop
say
that name.
that,
It's
but
good
he
though.
really is.
Yeah.
Anyway, he wrote the original movie, and now you're in the series. So tell us about that. You're working with three very funny people: Tina Fey, Will Forte, and Steve Carell. Tell us how that's going.
First of all, that's incredible. They invited me to do this, and now anyone who knows my career for the last few years know that they can usually see me in a prison drama, or they can see
Yeah, but
me
you know what? You are
organizing the
not- but
March
you
on
are not-
Washington, and I'm not doing any of that here.
No, but honey, you are naturally funny.
Thank you
I
so
see
much.
it. It's so
Thank you.
obvious.
You know what? And I'm glad that Tina saw that too, because
Yeah.
no one usually comes to me for comedies.
No, you're
so
a riot.
So
They will
suddenly,
now.
which is great. So they came to me with this, and I thought, well, I think I deserve to like wear a cute sweater and have witty banter. And that's all I'm doing. So I'm doing that and having the time of my life.
Well, you just, you're showing out.
Yes.
That's what you're showing out, because you are versatile.
Yes.
You are not just one. You are many.
Yes.
Journeyman.
Yes.
Thank
well
you.
said.
I'm a
Well
student of Whoopi. But one thing I love about you is your love story with your husband,
Yeah.
Raul. And I know you're celebrating 20 years together.
Yes.
So congratulations. And I heard somewhere,
He's a cutie, right?
Yeah.
I heard somewhere that you channeled.
She got eyes for Raul.
Yeah.
I saw her light up this
And you too. Hello.
I heard you guys, you channeled Barbara Walters on your first date. Like, how does that look?
How did you do that?
Well, I don't know if I channeled, but I really, our very first date, the way we met in this really beautiful.
Which is so cool.
And first of all, I'll give you the beats of it. We were crossing paths, didn't speak. 3 days later, I couldn't
Outside of
stop.
a Dwayne Reed.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't stop thinking about this interaction 20 years ago. Really? And then I was going to go home, and I was like, maybe I'll place an ad on that Craigslist Misconnections. But I didn't. I started reading them, and then I got to the second page of them. The third from the top said, "Saw you outside of Walgreens, Berkeley."
Oh, Walgreens. Sorry,
Yeah, it was
not
Walgreens. So the same thing. So
There should be a movie.
and then we met up, and we've been together ever since.
Wow.
And then even our first date.
That's a soulmate.
I thought, thank you. And it's funny, my heart knew that's what it was, but then I wanted to really sort of take him on the journey of like really getting to know. I didn't want to bring my representative on our first night.
Yeah.
I wanted to really know who he was. So I was really interviewing, like, do you like to hold hands? Do you like it? It was really a full interview. Do you cry? Are you emotional? And so let's just be real, and so we can go on this journey together, and I won't surprise you about who I am.
Right.
You know?
That's great. You should have given him a lie detector test.
I really want to mention you've co-written the Off-Broadway show called Lights Out about legendary jazz crooner Nat King Cole. And we recently had Dule Hill, who's starring in it here. We have a quick clip. He gave us a little bit of, showed us the magic he's going to be
What did he do?
performing.
I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter and make believe it came from you.
Wow.
You know what I mean? You see?
You got the voice. Yeah, you nailed it.
That's another one.
He's extraordinary. You have to see it for him and for Daniel J. Watts. It's a deconstruction of Nat King Cole. I'm deconstructing an American icon to deconstruct America.
Yes.
But we give you all the music, we give you all the bells and whistles of it, but we'll also challenge our audiences, and it's playing till the end of the month at New York City.
That's it. Oh,
You know,
hurry up.
There's never enough time in the day for Colman Domingo. There just isn't. But we're always grateful that he comes and sees us as often as he does, because we like him. So our thanks to Colman Domingo. The Four Seasons is streaming now on Netflix. His show, Lights Out, Nat King Cole, runs through June 29th at the New York Theater Workshop. And we, of course, will be right back. Watch Four Seasons.